are the Voltes family. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are so happy to have you guys back with us. We have a really interesting topic that we want to talk about today. So I'll pass it on to my hubby here.
Yay! So guys, we are so excited. It's always be a pleasure to share our thoughts with you, and we hope we're gonna have a really great moment together. So today we feel really strong to talk to you guys about family education, like how we can do that by helping our little ones, because especially I've seen a lot of like in my country, like the country where I'm from, in Haiti. So right now we're going through like some hard things right now, because there's a lot of young people in Haiti. They're doing a lot of bad things right now, and that makes the country become one of the worst country. And but we feel strongly like it's because these people, like in the youth, like when they were growing with their family, there's something that they miss. There's something like the family didn't teach them, you know. And it's really important that how you raise your kids, you know, the education that you give them at home have a really big impact, like how on the society, like how they gonna who they gonna become in the society. So today we just want to talk to you guys about that, how you can help your little one, you know, how you can teach them, you can help them, and to become a better woman, a better man in the society.
I know right now a lot of families don't have time with their kids. They're busy working, doing stuff that, you know, that's like keeping them busy, but you kind of have to create time for your child education. The school not gonna do it for you, unfortunately. It's gonna help them, you know, become a little smarter, but there's a part that needs to be taking place as a parent, like teaching them manners. Let's start with that. A lot of kids, their parents don't teach them manners, and they talk, you know, however they want, you know, without no manners, nothing. And to be honest with you, other people will find it okay, but for some other people it's not. In my culture, when the kids have bad manners, they look at the parents a different way. And I feel like it should be the same for here too, like in the US, wherever like you're watching. Teach your kids manners. Not only people will respect them, but they will also look at them a different way.
Yeah. And you can start with like some really little thing at home, you know. It's like how you teach them. You can teach them about like to pray, you know. You teach them about prayers, and you teach them about like and to say thank you. You know, these are the little things that you can start off with the kids, because while they grow up with you, they kind of like follow you. You are their example. They kind of want to do everything that you do. That's why it's important that you do not do like bad thing like in front
and
of
don't
them.
curse around them too. Because certain parents, they forget if they are raising a kid, and they start cursing, start doing other things, and then when the kids start doing the same thing too, they yell at them, or you know, do stuff like that. But they forget that the kids are watching everything that you do.
And they kind of like memorize them. They kind of like, you know, it's like everything that you do, they just gonna reproduce it like maybe in a different way, or maybe even worse. That's why you need to pay attention to what you're doing in front of them,
and what you're saying.
And what you're saying, because they're gonna do it, you know.
And the second thing that needs to be done is, I know a lot of parents are not Christian, but it's really important to teach your children about God, because at the world that we're living in, If you don't have God, baby, I don't know what to tell you.
I would say God is everything right now, because right now, yeah, we really need God. Like, we really need Him.
For everything.
And I can't, but, like, I can say that we need Him more than we never need Him before.
More than ever.
So right now, we really need Him in this crazy world that we are living in,
Yes.
And our kids need Him too. That's why when you start little with them, you teach them how to pray, to read the scriptures, and you teach them that you cannot start eating without a prayer. You need to ask God to bless the food. Okay, you need to, like, these are the little things that when they grow up, that's gonna stuck with them. It's just gonna be in them. They will say like, oh, this is important. I have to do this because mommy and daddy taught me this. I have to keep doing it because they feel like it's right. And everything that you teach them, you need to tell them why it's important. You need to tell them the reason, because kids, whenever they do, like, by example, if they do something bad, when you call them and say, no, this is bad, don't do it again, you have to teach them why it is bad
and why they shouldn't do it. Show them something, or
like,
give them a
tell them the
example.
reason. Because they love that, because if you don't tell them the reason, they're just gonna go ahead and do it again
and keep doing it until they find out for themselves. So that's why it's important. And another thing that some parents are lacking of, when the children get to a certain age, you need to teach them about, like, sexual diseases, why it's important to wait until marriage. I know a lot of people don't wait until marriage, which is fine, but just know that when you don't wait till marriage, there's a lot of things that can happen, like soul tie, for example. People don't talk much about soul tie, but to be honest with you, it should be the top number. It should be the number one thing, because a lot of people, they go around when they don't wait, before marriage, have sex, and they stuck with a lot of soul tie. They depressed, or they have anger issues, or they feel like emotionally damaged and stuff like that. They're wondering why, but they're not realizing all the spirit that the person that they was with transferred to that kind of level. That's why it's important when you wait till marriage. Not only God bless your marriage, but He also make the connection stronger. And not only that too, it makes a lot of difference. I know some people don't say, oh, wait to marriage for a while. I know the divorce rate is really high right now, but when you pray, you seek God deeply, He will provide. Even after you meet the person, after you pray with the person, and seek God together to see if you guys belong together. And when you do that, God don't make no mistake. He will tell you that straight up. It's really important. People don't prioritize marriage, but it's really important to have to do that. It makes your world not only better, but the kids that you are growing, teaching these kids, when they see that type of example, they will not settle for less. They will follow your footstep too.
And one thing I want to add is the person your son or your daughter gonna choose to be for their girlfriend or boyfriend, or the partner they're gonna choose. They all depend on the education that you give them while they were little.
True.
Right? By example, if you teach your kids to pray, to go to church, to read the scriptures, and you teach them a lot of manners, do you think they're gonna, when they will grow up, they're gonna choose somebody who smoke, somebody who drink? Do you think no? It's because you see while they were little, you teach them good stuff.
Yeah, you tell them why they shouldn't drink, why they shouldn't.
And if you teach them about that, I bet they're not gonna choose somebody that's doing that's doing those kind of stuff. You know, they're gonna choose somebody.
True.
You know, they're gonna. It might be like in your not in your expectation. You know, but maybe like in 50% close to the person that you wanted for them. You know, but you another thing too, you need to respect their choice.
Yeah.
If they choose somebody because they are the one that's gonna live with the person.
You kind of have to give them their blessing, let them go have the experience for themselves.
Yeah, but while you still guide them as a parent,
love them and pray for them too as well.
Pray for them. But it's really important that you teach them. You teach them like if you do this, this is what's gonna happen. If you do that, you know, it's really really important to have a good
for our next generation. We gotta do better to break generational curse to make our children better, to make them wiser and stronger.
Yeah, and I would say everything starts at home. You know, if you want your kids to be a better person tomorrow, you need to start today, and you need to start while they were living with you.
Although in the U.S. a lot of parents busy working.
Yeah.
They want the school to do that job for them. Like, yeah, they're gonna do something, but to be honest, it'll be better when you do that part, you know?
I would say to you need to create time for your family.
Yeah.
I don't care how busy you are. You know, everybody's busy, right? But your family, you have to prioritize, you know, your family. They come first, you know.
And that's why a lot of relationship, a lot of family separate because of that lack of time spending with each other.
Yeah.
You know, the person barely see their kids, barely see their husband or daughter. Like it's like they just living on the same roof, but without knowing each other.
I would say sometimes it's like I feel like a lot of people living in the US, they just don't manage their time. They just like put the full time on work, and then they forget about everything else. You know, but if you love something, you need to create time, and you will have time for everything that's important for you. If your family is important for you, you will have time for your family. You will create time for your family. Because
at the end of the day, you need money, but your family is more important. If you're sick, if you're dying, guess who's gonna be by your side? Your family.
Let me say this truth. You spend all your life, all your time fighting for money, and then of course you need money to live. I understand that. I got it, right? But think that when you die, you're not gonna go with all this money. They all gonna stay here. They're gonna stay here. They're gonna belong to somebody else, right? But things that you will never ever lose is the time you spend with your family and the love that you share with each other. And this love you're gonna carry it with you to the next life. You're not gonna carry any material things on earth with you.
And
but
a lot of
love you
people,
have, you're gonna carry it with you, and you will see your family even in the next life.
Yeah, not trying to cut you off. A lot of people, you know, when they're young, they don't know that, but they regret it by the time they get older. They're like, I wish I had more time with my family. I wish I tried to understand them better with their flaws and trying to work things out, because family is the most important thing that God could ever give us. It doesn't matter how hard life is, like God give us families for a reason. Yes, some family, you know, can separate, and some family can also, you know, not like how you expect them to be. But every person that God put in your life, just know that He has a reason for that.
yeah, of course. And I would say a family never survive without prayer and scripture study, because you need that strength, the spiritual strength. You need it in your family, because sometimes things might become really hard, you know, and sometimes you can't even control it. Sometimes you lose control of it. That's why you need God, because there's some decision that you gotta take as parents, you know, as the head of the family. We cannot take it like that. you need to ponder, you need to take time, and you need to contact your master, which is a heaven, to help you to know what to do. Right? By example, if your kids come home and say like somebody did that to me, and it's your kids, and sometimes all you wanna do right away is just to find that person, and then to say, hey, why you do this, why you did that to my kids, and you curse them out, or you punish them, you do something crazy, right? And then after there's gonna be consequences come after. But it's important that when you have kids, don't never like do things by emotion. Always take time to ponder. When the kids say something, think about what the kids say, before saying something back, because sometimes they might say something that have a meaning, and then you just don't really pay attention. You just go. It's maybe you were doing something, you just want to go back to what you were doing. And you don't take time to think about what they are saying. Sometimes they say something that's really important that you need to pay attention.
Don't catch it.
And you don't catch it, And it's really important that you focus on them. You focus on what they are saying.
True.
And you focus on their action. And you just focus on your family, And I would say that's like me. Honestly, I don't see anything that can make you happier in this life than your family. You can have money, you can have all this, but when
friend
you have family,
could betray you, could do everything.
Yeah.
I mean, family, you always fight, you get mad, but you always get back.
Yeah.
But for your friendship, everything, it might be hard to get back, but when it's your family, it's a different connection. It's a different feeling.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. So I hope you guys learn something or find something in this video that make you think, and we hope that you learn something. So I don't know if you have anything else.
So guys, we are so happy to create all these videos for you guys. Without your support, we want to keep going. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with somebody you feel like that might need this message, or that might change their family or change their way of thinking, of their perspective. So we happy to be back with you guys. Like I said, we love you guys.
We love you. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye.